In my past life, my sister adopted a boy, and I adopted a girl. She wanted a stranglehold on the family fortune and sneered at me. What's a pretty face going to do for the family business? But later, the boy she adopted got into a fight at school that turned fatal, costing her every penny she had. And the girl I adopted was discovered by a director and became a child star, a veritable goldmine. My sister couldn't stomach it. She goaded her adopted son into murdering me. When I opened my eyes again, we were back at the orphanage. This time, my sister lunged for the girl, scooping her into her arms. Sweetheart, from now on, I'm your mommy. I looked at the boy, his head bowed in silence, and smiled as I took his hand. My sister had lived 2 lives and still hadn't learned a simple truth. You reap what you sow. My sister Olivia and I were both reborn, finding ourselves back on the day we went to St. Jude's Home for Children to adopt. Just like last time, the director brought out Leo and Isla. Leo was covered in scrapes, his face a stoic mask, but his eyes were wary, guarded. Isla was nervously twisting the hem of her dress, looking small and pitiful. Both were only 6 years old, yet they lacked the carefree innocence of other children their age. This time, before I could speak, Olivia snatched the girl into a hug. Sweetheart, from now on, I'm your mommy. Isla flinched, instinctively trying to pull away, but she seemed to catch herself, nodding with a look of stunned disbelief. Olivia smiled, satisfied, then shot a disgusted glance at Leo. The memory of the last life must have surfaced, because she frowned. This one, so much anger in such a little kid. It's just his nature. If he's like this now, imagine what he'll be when he grows up. Leo felt the sting of her malice. He looked like he wanted to argue but couldn't, so he just lowered his head and bit his lip. He'll grow up to be decisive, a real force to be reckoned with, I said, cutting my sister off as I gently took Leo's hand. The staff smiled kindly, though their looks toward Olivia were tinged with confusion. As we walked out of the office, I faintly heard them talking behind us. Didn't Olivia Sterling specifically ask for a smart, independent boy? Why'd she end up taking little Isla? Who cares? The 2 biggest troublemakers are gone. Makes our lives easier. Speaking of which, her sister, Daisy, seems so gentle. That little Leo is going to give her a world of headaches. Watching Olivia coo over Isla as she bundled her into the car, I couldn't help but let out a cold laugh. Did she really think that in our past life, Isla became America's sweetheart on pure luck alone? My name is Daisy Sterling. My sister, Olivia, is 2 years older. Our parents only had the 2 of us, and both of us were committed to a child-free, career-focused life. After failing to pressure us into marriage, and to ensure the sprawling Sterling empire wouldn't be left without an heir, our father ordered us each to adopt a child. His meaning was crystal clear. Whichever child proved more capable would grant their mother more power and a larger share of the company stock. Even clearer than our father's intentions was Olivia's ambition. She had specifically told the orphanage director she wanted a sharp, independent boy, the perfect raw material to mold into a future corporate shark. The director picked Leo only because he was constantly getting into fights, so much so that even the older kids knew not to mess with him. As for Isla, she was the prettiest girl at St. Jude's, but also the most timid. She was bullied relentlessly and, at such a young age, was already showing signs of depression and withdrawal. The director, worried the 2 would cause a major incident and tarnish the orphanage's reputation, pushed them on us. In our past life, Olivia had taken Leo without a second thought, mocking me. What's a pretty face good for? She's nice to look at, but she can't even speak up for herself. What do you expect her to accomplish? She thought she had victory in the bag. What she didn't expect was that under her permissive parenting, Leo's aggression festered. Eventually, he bullied a classmate with fatal consequences. At the time, Leo was not yet 14 and escaped serious legal punishment, but Olivia nearly exhausted her savings on settlements and legal fees to keep him out of juvenile detention. Our father was beyond disappointed.